Yo, guys. Thanks for tuning in to the Baker's Stew Cheese podcast. I am Brandon Baker, and you already know my co host, Noah.
Brandon, how you doing?
Not bad, my friend. Not bad at all. You ready to talk about Willie Gay and Taco Charlton?
I am more than ready.
All right, well, let's go. So we got Willie Gay. From what I saw, he looks pretty aggressive. Um, Pretty athletic, so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what he can do added on to our defense. Noah, what do you think?
Man, I've expressed how excited I am to get this guy a couple times on our episodes, but I'm super pumped. He's coming in. I believe he's an outside linebacker. Um, yep, he's an outside linebacker. The outside linebacker position's been something we struggled with. Um, you look at our linebackers. We had Darren Lee, Anthony Hitchens, Reggie Ragland, and then we had Emmanuel Ogba, who played a little bit of outside linebacker. He played some defensive end. We had Alex Okafor. Obviously, we got rid of Emmanuel Ogba, which we'll talk about in the Taco Charlton pickup in a minute. But seeing this Willie Gay kid come in, he's athletic, and that's obviously a huge part of football, let alone the outside linebacker position. Because when you're at that outside linebacker position, when I was in high school, that's what I played, and we did drills all the time where we worked on flipping our hips, having quick feet. Because really, depending on the look that the offense gives you, you're kind of like a cornerback sometimes. And so you had to know how to play pass coverage. You have to be able to go downhill and hit. And so that outside linebacker is a very unique position. And being athletic and having that athleticism is absolutely huge at that position. So I'm super pumped to see him come in. He ran a 4.46 40, which is also huge. Having speed
Yeah,
is another huge. It's another huge part of that outside linebacker position, because you have to be able to redirect and go downhill. That's which is another drill that we did a lot at that position, was redirecting and being able to really acceleration and getting out of the blocks quick whenever you're going down a hill to make a tackle. So the kid's athletic, and so I'm really hoping that he comes in and really takes some ownership at that position and comes in and immediately helps us out.
yeah, we need that because we need speed because they were just sluggish and
Yeah.
um, just didn't move very fast. So we need that so we can actually get these
Right.
tackles.
Right. And yeah, you said it. They didn't move very fast, but that honestly goes back to athleticism. None of our linebackers are just standout athletic players.
Mm-mm.
Um, they're not very athletic, and so having a young kid come in who is super athletic, it's going to be a game changer, I think, if he does come in and is able to make plays immediately.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
I am as
Um,
well.
Well, with that, we'll go ahead and finish with him, and we'll move on to Taco. I'm kind of excited about Taco because so he hasn't really shown much yet, but he did play with Frank Clark in college, and
Hmm.
I'm really hoping that coming to Kansas City can kind of like get his butt in gear, and Frank Clark and Tyrann Mathieu can really push him, and we can get the best out of him. What do you think?
Man, I agree with that. It's obviously having chemistry on a team is super huge. It's what we've seen with Patrick Mahomes and DeAndre Washington coming at the running back position. They played together. There's chemistry there. Well, it could be the same thing here with these two guys, depending on if Taco is going to be seeing the field. Um, Obviously, Frank Clark's going to be seeing the field. There's no question there. But the two guys, hopefully Frank Clark can mentor a little bit, because I will say this: I think that Frank Clark's a little bit better of a player than Taco Charlton.
Hmm.
Um, the guy is a motor, and that's the mentality we need and so I'm hoping that he can fire up Taco, and really they can feed off each other would be awesome to see. Their stats were, or Taco's stats rather, were. I mean, he was decent. He was decent. He was selected to the Pro Bowl and the first time All Pro player. But his games that he played, 2017 he played 16 games, but 2018 to 2019 came. He played 11 games in 2018 and only 10 games in 2019 out of a, I mean, 16 game season. So you don't want to see that. Obviously, you want to see, you want your players to play a whole season. Where that means, if they're injury prone or whatever it is, you want your players to be able to play that whole season, especially come postseason. Have some guys that can, step up and play, do what they need to do. 2018, Taco Charlton saw the playoffs, so he does have two playoff games under his belt against Seattle and against Los Angeles. He's only won one of those games though. But I mean, it's going to be good to see him come in, and like I said, hopefully Frank Clark can fire him up, and there can be some chemistry there between those two guys.
Yeah, I think he'll be good in the rotation there. Um,
Right.
Hopefully we'll be able to get his best. So I'm looking forward to it.
I am too, man.
Cool. Well, you got anything else on either one of these guys?
Um, Not really. I think that I mean a lot of it comes down to OTAs and mini camps, seeing how they do there and all that stuff once that gets rolling.
Hmm.
But also just how the franchise wants to handle some of their players' loyalty. Because you look at guys like, I mean, shoot, you look at some of their guys, some of their linebackers, even some of the defensive ends that who've been loyal to the team, and it comes down. Yeah, you want to put the best players out there, but loyalty does. It says a lot. And if you have two guys that are about the same as far as playing level goes, but one's more loyal, then I want to put the guy out there who's been loyal to the team, who's been there, has played under the system. So it'll be interesting too to see how the franchise handles that.
Right. Yeah,
So
definitely. I
That's
agree.
all I have, man.
Well, guys, that's all we got left on stuff from the draft and free agency. Um, so what we got looking forward to this week, we're going to talk about the 2020 schedule. I'm pumped to talk about that. We're going to just talk about each matchup, kind of what happened last time we played that team, and kind of what we can expect going into the game this season. So look out for that. And guys, make sure you're commenting, make sure you're liking, and hit that
Mhm.
subscribe button. We need them subscribers. We want to see other Chiefs fans be
Mhm.
able to see this, and the only way they're going to see this is if you're liking it and subscribing. So go ahead and hit those while you're looking at this video.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
and again, guys, thanks for tuning in, and go Chiefs.